Hello and welcome to See the Stories. This is our signature segment on the 3-hour news show. The Indonesian youth never ceases to innovate and have even designed an app called Berkata that helps speech-delayed children.
To delve more into the app, we now have Jacqueline Kezia and Evandruce Filbert from the Berkata app from Surabaya, East Java. Hello, Jacqueline, Kezia, and Evan. Hi.
Hi, both. How are you?
Hi.
I thought you guys are actually in the same place, but you guys are in separated place.
Yeah. They are.
Yes, because it's after hour.
Oh, it's after hour. Okay.
Right.
After office
So,
hour,
Jacqueline and Evan, thank you so much for being in the show. Now, this is actually something that is quite new for us. Can you tell us the story behind the creation of the Berkata app?
Well, at first it was for our undergraduate project. Actually, we did some research on where we inspired by a 20-year-old boy in Mojokerto who hadn't had the ability to talk properly as a 20-year-old. So he only worked as watering the plants at the manufacturer nearby his home. So, and got paid with only 15 to 20,000 rupiahs per day. And it came to my mind that I think it's crucial to learn about communication in the early ages. And I started to dig in when it was for my thesis, since I was from visual communication design major in Petra. I tried to understand how the children is learning, especially the ones with communication challenges, right? And then I found this one center. It's called at ACTS at Surabaya, Autism Center for Treatment Surabaya. So the owner said and told us, tried to explain to me that it's such a tricky thing, especially when it comes to pandemic, that if a child cannot have the proper communication skills to support their lives, right? So we brainstormed, and she told me that she's been using some kind of what we call picture exchange system. She applied it to their clients, and it was some kind of the low-tech version of Berkata app right now. And we think that she also told us that in other countries it is mainly used as an app, so it's no longer low-tech, but the low-tech is still useful, but it will be much better if we have the high-tech version. So we think, okay, I'm also a person with I'm a visual learner, so I understand the struggle of them, of the children. So I tried to develop it for her. So it's to help At first, it was specifically for that center, and then I asked Evan to join me as the in the project, and we also collaborating in the thesis. It's the first thesis collaborating to kind of major in the same campus. Maybe Evan can tell us more.
Probably the technicalities and mechanism behind it, Evan. Can you tell it to us?
Because it's a thesis, and then our period is very short to work on it. So we spent over 7 months of research and productions.
Wow, that's short.
2 months.
Is it?
Yeah.
7?
Because it's a thesis and 7 months.
7 months.
Since the AC systems are widely used in other countries, it won't take much time to develop the high-tech system. Most of our times, we invested to research how AAC is gonna be work in Indonesia, how AAC can solve the problem in Indonesia. Like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that we know why you decided to make the application, because you met someone, a 20-year-old who did not have a proper communication skills, and we knew it took you about 7 months to actually come up with not the idea, but come up with the app. So how do you apply augmentative and alternative communication technology into the Berkata app?
It only
To implement it,
Yeah, probably we will start with
Sorry,
Efan first,
Yeah.
and then we go to Jacqueline.
Yeah, Efan, go ahead.
okay. That's
okay. AC system is, like I said, is widely used in other country. So we research to other AAC system in English, like Proloquo, Tuquo, and else application, and then we learn how they work. We learn how they implement it, and then we copy it and modify it to our apps so it can be work.
Do you have anything to add, Jacqueline, to that?
Yes, we actually the AEC itself is basically have the same basics of all, but then we focus our research to the necessities of its children that we use. That we ask that if we can help them with their nonverbal challenges. So we did more research, and each UI elements are personalized to the necessities to that users. So it became more personalized and becoming more effective, especially for them.
All right. Now, to follow up on that, you said it can be customized, but how intuitive is the user interface for children with maybe varying levels of cognitive abilities and maybe different ages as well of children with speech delays? Maybe Jacqueline can answer that first. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So it actually can support verbal speech, as it gives additional feedback by using the verbal cues and a direct verbal model of the vocabulary word. So as you tap the word, you can hear the pronouns, right? That is the one that will help them learning the vocabulary term. So it's not limited to a specific age range. It's actually it will help anyone who is struggled with this. So it's not just for autism children or children with Down syndrome, or we can also use that for adults who has difficulties in communication because of some kind of accident and have difficulties in communication.
Okay, now when Alia was talking about the user interface, because it's actually quite important for an app to have an easy, accessible, and also user-friendly when it comes to UI UX, or the user interface in this case. Let's say if for e-commerce, I might be a little leaning towards the green app. For the ladies, they go for the orange app, just because of the interface. I have to say that. But let's try to see the user interface for this app, for Berkata app.
We have it here.
Yeah, we already have it here in our studio and in our plasma. If you could point it out to the plasma beside of Alia.
Yes.
And I'm gonna start
You're gonna
with
press something.
I'm gonna press now.
Oh, there it is. This is the kind of interface you're gonna see once you press the first.
Okay.
Berkata.
Now, Jacqueline or Efan, can you guide us through on the how to use the app? Because now that we open the app, this is the first display that we got. So what are these?
I mean, before you answer, so anybody who uses this app needs to be able to read, right? Because it's got some readings here.
Yeah.
So it has to be
accompanied by the parents.
Or accompanied by the parents at least. Is that so?
By the parents or the therapist or even the caregiver.
Oh, the caregiver.
Okay.
They won't understand when they read the text, but they will actually hear how they pronounce. So
Okay, could you guide us
it
through
becomes
this?
the main feature.
Now, could you guide us through,
So
through
this
the method of using the Berkata app?
What should we press here? Should we try to
Okay,
press?
as we can see, this is the words. There's buttons of words we can tap, and there above that it is some kind, we call it a message window. So when you tap the word will automatically occurs on the display
Oh, it moves up.
window.
That's
Yeah,
right,
and
yeah.
it also have automated audio there. And then if you see the bottom one, it is the categories right there.
Oh.
You can tap it and you can see so many kind of
Yeah.
I see.
there, and you can tap it.
So
When
you
you
have
tap
a lot
it,
of categories.
Yeah.
You have
Humans.
orang,
Yes.
people, action, food, utensils, toys, places, emotions,
Yeah.
pets,
Pets.
colors, sizes, shapes, and time.
But is there any reason why you created
Yeah.
this in Indonesian language instead of perhaps English?
Because
Oh, yeah.
well, we see a lot of AC app
The
in
answer is
English,
no.
and and in Indonesia we have different pronunciation, right? Like if you use like English generated voice, it will say, I think, aku as aku, like it won't be relevant. So we use that. Evan found that that way to pronounce it right. And we also design some words that is specifically for Indonesian, like tempe. We don't have
Oh,
tempe
yeah, we do
out
see
there.
tempe.
Or rice, then you can see that.
Yep.
And even some cultures that is relevant to Indonesia. So it is really created for daily use.
Okay,
Can
let's
we make
say.
a sentence?
Yeah, can we make a sentence out of it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
what should we do first?
Yeah.
We press one.
Aku mau
Aku mau
strawberry.
strawberry. And
Okay, let's say.
aku mau strawberry capek.
Merah,
No,
okay.
just joking.
Okay, let's say. Aku mau strawberry merah. So.
Aku
Yeah,
mau
then you
strawberry
can.
merah.
Oh.
That's
Yes.
So you can
use
make
the
a sentence
button.
out of it. I see.
Yes, and you can swipe it up or down to delete one of them, or you can long press and drag them to rearrange the sentence.
Oh, you can rearrange
You can
the
try again.
sentence.
I
So
see.
how
Yeah.
can this app be customized, as you mentioned, to suit different learning styles and different
Yeah.
abilities and needs as well?
Because I have a 6-year-old autistic nephew, and he's been going on therapy for like, I don't know, 4.5 years now. No, maybe 5 years on therapy. And then maybe he is what we call in the realm of autism or ASD, we call it echolalia. So he tend to repeat words from things that he watches or he watched or he heard and stuff like that. So in terms of ASD, it's a spectrum. So from one child to another might be different. Now, how can you customize this, as Alia was actually asking? How can you customize this to each stage or each kid in the spectrum? Because you were relating it to autism and the other thing in the spectrum.
Okay. At first, we provide the general words, which is there won't be able to add some, like, if we call a mother in Indonesia, it could be bunda, or it could be mama, or it could be mommy, right? So we add a feature right on the top left.
Top left.
You can add a customized word there. You can use, you can take photos and then insert it there, or you just upload it from your gallery.
I see.
So it can be customized. Like if you named it Bunda and then you take a selfie, so it identifies you, and it gets personalized. And it's not just for a subject. It's also for specific objects. Like if kids have their favorite toys with specific name, they can insert it there. Or even in autistic realm, some autistic children have trouble when identifying object with symbols. So we call these illustrations, cartoonish one is as a symbol. But they need to see the real object to understand, oh, this is a banana. And if they see other picture of banana, cartoonish one, they won't be able to recognize it as banana. So
it has to be a real one.
A really real, yes, the real one. So they can insert more photos to that is relevant to his habits.
Very personal.
And there is one more feature. Maybe Evan want to
add some more. Evan,
explain it.
Yeah, maybe Jacqueline, as I've mentioned it, there is a favorite page to isolate the words. So children, if they want to focus on learning some few words, maybe learning how to call their mama or to call their papa, they cannot be disrupted with any other words. So it's gonna be helping for the children who want to start to learn with Berkata.
I see.
all right. Okay, we still want to dig deeper into this application, also the usage, to what extent has it been used, but that's going to be next after the break, so stay here on the 3 Hour News Show with Evan and Jacqueline on standby as well. Don't go anywhere.
Untuk.
Oh.